There's a story about you and Joe Torry.
Yeah, man. Joe Torry, the comedian Joe Torry, is one of my oldest and dearest friends. Like he's a friend to the end. Like he's a if you struggling, give you his last friend. He's a friend that'll give you good advice. He's a guy that give you advice that you need to hear, not that you want to hear. He's taught me a lot over the years. Certainly helped me out a lot when I was getting into stand up. I watched him and all my other comic friends, for years, and just a good dude. When I first moved to LA, I stayed with him for a while because I was just I was in a bad place, and he helped get me back on track. So I got a million Joe Torry stories, but I think the one that you're referring to is we ran into each other one night out in Hollywood. Matter of fact, I had just come from having dinner, and I went up to the spot we used to go to called Dublin's. It used to be big back in the days, and I ran into Joe there. And matter of fact, I didn't have my car with me. I had left my car at a hotel in Beverly Hills. So I said, "Yo, man, let's hang out here, have a few, and drop me," because he had to go to the West Side. He used to live on the West Side. So I said, "Drop me by my car on your way home." He said, "Bet, no problem." So the club closed at 2, so we get in the car. We get in his car. He had a 4Runner, black 4Runner. So we hadn't seen each other in a while, man. So it was nice to see him. So, we're in the car, we're blazing, we got the tunes playing and shit, and we're just, reminiscing and just having a good time. And I'll never forget, he was came down La Cienega and made a right on Wilshire. So we made a right on Wilshire, we're headed toward my hotel. So technically we're in Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? We're in a nice part of town. So we're just driving slow. There's nobody really on the road. It's after 2. And we're just chilling. And it was weird because I don't know if you've ever driven and you feel somebody just come up alongside of you, as you're driving, but they don't pass you. They're just kind of abreast of you. You know what I mean? So and I kind of felt that. I kind of felt that, and I look over here, and there's like this dark colored car riding alongside of us. And it's tinted windows. I can't really see, but I see the window come down on the passenger side. I see the window come down, and I see the barrel of a gun. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And next thing you know, pow, 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 pow. Bullets flying all throughout the car. I'm ducking down like this. I could have swear they're going everywhere, like several shots. And Joe almost loses control of the car, but he manages to maintain control of it. He almost, and smashed in some parked cars or whatever like that. And he says, "Yo, what the fuck? I'm what the fuck?" And he got shot in the arm.
Oh.
And this is back when Joe was like cock diesel, right? And the bullet went right through his arm, like zap, boom, back. He was like, "Oh shit." And now we don't know what to do. And we look around, and the car that had come alongside of us and shot at us had peeled out, did a U-turn and sped off. Because I didn't know, they could maybe finish us off. I don't know. We never quite figured out what the fuck happened. But so Joe maintains control of the car. And like I said, we're in Beverly Hills, so we drove right to Cedars, which was like a few blocks away. We drove to Cedars, we get out, and sure enough, we go outside, look at the car. There's bullet holes all over the fucking place. It's amazing he only got shot once, or that I didn't get shot. So we're there, and finally the detectives come to speak to us. And I'll tell you, it's crazy. It's Beverly Hills, so there wasn't no detectives on call. They had to wake some detectives up. That's how little murders there are in that part of town. You know what I mean? So these 2 detectives come down here, and after a bit of conversation with them, the vibe we got from them was like real fucking funky, man. That's like, "Well, what are you guys doing?" I was like, "Yo, motherfucker, what are you talking about?" Like, and it wasn't like a "do you know who we are?" It was just like, "Yo, we don't do that." We're entertainers. We're musicians, we're actors, we're comedians. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the fuck, like we did something, like we brought it on ourselves, or we got beef with somebody, we fuck with somebody. We like, "Nah, dudes, man, what?" And after a while, we stop talking to him. He's like, "You know what? Fuck y'all." You know what I mean? You fucking making us mad. We got shot at. He got shot. Fuck is wrong with you?
So did Joe ever tell you if that was about something that he knew about?
We don't know to this day.
Completely random.
We don't know to this day. I mean, and we were kind of running it through our head. We were kind of surmising, You know, what was it? It was gang initiation shit. Did they mistake his car for somebody else? Did they just tell, you know, because
was he messing with someone's girl, like something?
No, nothing like that.
Owed someone
Nothing
money.
like that. Nothing like that. Where he had been previously that night and where I had been, he didn't get into no beef because we asked each other. I said, yo, what? I said, what was that about? I said, he said, I don't know. He said, fuck if I know. He said, I ain't no beef with nobody like that. And it lent more credence to it that maybe it was like either a mistake or some gang shit because they could have finished us off. You know what I mean? Why did they stop shooting? You know what I'm saying? We didn't crash. You know, we could have, you know, who knows? They could have, like your man Mo 3. Them dudes wasn't gonna stop until he's dead. So that was a mystery. But you know, nothing like that has happened since, thank God. But you know, that was a scary night. You know, and at the time, like I said, Joe was real diesel back then. So, you know, that bullet never had a chance, to be honest with you. When that bullet hit all the creatine and steroids in his arm, it
just went away.
it just went. I think his arm healed itself.
Like Wolverine.
Yeah, he's fucking Wolverine, man.